now.
Mhm.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mount Moriah radio station. Um, I hope you've been keeping well, and I hope your family and whatever you do, God has been blessing you. Keep at it. Don't give up in whatever you're doing. The Lord will bless you and keep you, you and your family members. And thank you for tuning in every week on our Women's Hour. We are on our Women's Hour again, and I have a very special guest with me. You might know her. This is a lady that has been on our show before. She's a wonderful lady. She's a good friend of mine. I will start by saying that she is the Chief Executive Officer for DRK,
DL.
Clothing Signature, DRK, yeah?
No, L. L for Lima.
DLK, yes, Clothing Signatures Limited. And she's also the board member of Crystal Communications Limited
New
as
Crystal
well.
Communications.
New Crystal Communications. And in fact, I'm going to just leave her to just, kind of introduce herself because her accolade is a lot. So I'm going to introduce to you today a lady that, sits so nicely to talk about the topic that we have today. And she is none other than our lovely, beautiful barrister, Lovelyn Mbanefo. Lady, you are welcome to the Women's Hour today. God
Thank
bless
you so much.
you.
Thank you so much.
Please let us know who you are because I can't, I get to see it all wrong. I wanted to just let it come from the horse's mouth.
I'm just a simple person, Lady Barrister Lovelyn Mbanefo. I'll say CEO, DLK Clothing Signatures, and then DLK Group of Companies. During our talk, I'll tell you the group of companies, and then a director in New Crystal Communications and Air Power Communications. Thank you.
What does DLK mean? What does it stand for?
Actually, D stands for my husband. L is my name. My children, their name starts with K. So their name start with K. So K is for my children, for their names. Yeah.
That is beautiful. That is so beautiful. Listening, you are welcome to Mount Moriah Radio, and you're welcome to our Women's Hour. Whatever you're going to be talking today is going to be encouraging women. And I'm sure there are men that are tuning in as well. So, how do women, because the topic today we're going to be talking, what we're going to be discussing today is how to start up your own business and how to sustain that business. So first of all, how do we, or in fact, everybody prepare before starting their business? Can anyone be prepared before they start?
Okay, fine. We don't want to bore anybody, so I'll always just go straight to the point, answer the question, and get straight to it. Starting business, like I said the other time, when I start talking about it, I'll mix it up, bringing in the Christian perspective and then non-Christian perspectives, because everybody can start a business on both the poor and the rich.
Sorry, you broke up. You broke up from the, before you said what you said. Do you mind repeating what you said? You were talking about anyone can start a business.
Yes, anyone can start a business, and I'll use both the Christian and non-Christian principles. What it means is that it won't say it's because he's a Christian or because he's not a Christian. No, we're trying to use God's principle, because God's principles is still the same principle. I'm a lawyer, and then we work with principles. So it doesn't, whether you're rich or poor, the same principle will guide your case. So what I'm trying to say is that starting a business is, first of all, it must be something you're passionate about, or it's something you think, oh, it's a bit easier for me to do.
Yeah.
And then most times you start small and you end up getting so big. A lot of the PLCs you hear today, they were once, like, some of them even started as business enterprise. Business enterprise is not limited. It's not, but from there they get into limited liability from there. So what I'm trying to say is that, first of all, think about what you want to do, but I'll always let you know that in starting this business, try to, first of all, be passionate about it and try to get a little bit of knowledge about it. Most times you have to do you have to do your research, you have to do your feasibility studies. If you probably know somebody that, that's in the same business, you talk about the business with the person. But I have to make something clear. Doing your business is different from reading about it in a book. The book can just make you get excited, but starting the business is getting into the practical thing. So don't tell me, oh, I read about, there's so many books. If you read those books, I'll tell you honestly, you have million business to start at a time, but you will crash in all the million businesses. So putting out my point now is that be passionate about it.
Be passionate.
Yes. Have a little bit of feasibility studies on it.
Learn and research about it.
Yeah. Then, have a little bit of knowledge. You will, much. Because that little bit can keep you. Are talking about starting. We've not even talked about saying a little. Once you have a little, if I want to be a farmer and I know that for me to do my yam, I have to tell them, know that's what I can talk about. How do I sustain it? I don't know if I answered your question.
Yeah, I think because you're breaking up a lot, so we kind of not hearing most of the things that you are saying. So, but in summary, we have whoever that is going to start up a business will have to be passionate about what it is that you're going to do, and also have some knowledge about it as well. Be passionate and be knowledgeable before you go into it. Yeah. Okay. And that sounds really, really cool. Do you have to have any kind of funds, any kind of, any deposit money that you have to get, before you can start a business, any business at all?
Okay, fine. You remember I started by saying I'll mix it up. So this is not just for Christians. This is for anybody, for everybody. Now, if I just talk about Christians, I'll say, oh, you must have this faith. You must, which is very
important too.
The crowd. Do you understand? Some of them, they don't even believe in God. Some of them, but they want to know, how do I start my business? Now, the question now is, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. The question now is if you must have a fund. There are a lot of businesses that can start without having any fund, and that is the truth. And tomorrow, it's something that that will be recognized worldwide. Now, what I mean is this. That's why I say, first of all, now let me talk about starting a business without fund, because everybody will be like, me personally, that's why I'm talking to you. I started my business without any money. I didn't have any money in my account the time I started my business. In fact, if I think back, did I even have a bank account then? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm trying to be so frank, so that, I mean, we're making it very simple.
That's right.
So I will talk about the simple business I started, and today it's worldwide. So the other ones, I forgot to mention my other company, Aluva Limited. In fact, as a matter of fact, people know me as Aluva because everywhere, even the white people, they call Aluva. Once you hear Aluva, then they started, calling me by my company name. This particular company is everywhere, but I started it without a bank account. So when I started it, being a Christian and knowing that, whatever I do, I present it before God. What I did was, first of all, I prayed. I talked to God. I need something. Because right from the time, I'd always had a passion for business. In fact, before I got into the uni, I told myself I wasn't going to work for anybody because of the kind of passion I always have for things.
Yes.
I want to use this passion for my own private business.
Yes.
And then, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So by the time I finished praying, God directed me. I started with landscaping and interior decoration. God told me what to do. I did exactly that. I wrote proposal, started meeting people, going around to people that are building houses. Oh, I can do this, I can do that, and cutting everything short. I started getting their contracts. I got some contracts to landscape, big compounds. From there, I started going into big companies, big churches, and then I started interior decoration at the same time, because as I'm presenting the landscaping, if you're building a new house, I can landscape and furnish for you.
That's really, that's
I did not have, I didn't have a bank account. I keep telling you this. What I did, I told them, see, my company policy. Oh yeah, it was a company because I'd already registered my company. My company policy is this: we do not start till you pay certain percentage. And everybody knows, that's how it is done. So I got mobilization, and I was so disciplined that the mobilization I got, I never removed any money from it. I wanted to make sure complete everything they wanted me to do, become a professional businesswoman, be disciplined, be focused. So I didn't touch the money. I used the money, buy all the material. I bought all the materials, did everything I was supposed to do, and then the good thing is that it came out so nice. And from there, people, that worked for to people, and then some people see my work and they're like, oh wow, who did this work? They refer them to me. And before I knew, that was it. It started growing, and it started growing so big to the extent that I started bidding for government contracts, and I started getting them. And then I was known everywhere. Government, non-government, everybody started looking for me. That's it. So I started this business without money. It was later when the money, by the special grace of God, I had made the money, that even DLK company started. Nuclear communication, because we're into outdoor advertising, communication, everything about communication, and which is the first in the whole of West Africa. Now, that was started by my husband. God is a perfect planner. He gave me the right man. That's, oh, please don't let this woman's dream die. Encourage her. So that was it. So these other companies like DLK, we've got DLK Engineering, we've got DLK Oil and Gas, which is doing so great. We've got DLK Clothing Signature, and DLK Farm as well. Very mighty, and
And you've got a printing service, yeah.
The first in West Africa as well, yeah.
Wow, that is so cool. You are such a
That's when we talk about sustainability. Not just
yes,
writing, yeah. You know.
yeah,
So
yes.
I've
So
explained
you
to you how you
started,
can start your business with.
yeah. So now you have dreamed it. You are passionate about it, and you have
Mhm,
gone and you have started this very business.
mhm.
What can one do to be able to sustain it in any climate, in any season?
Good. Now, having talked about starting the business, we're now going to talk about sustaining that business. The business, first of
Mm,
all, you must be disciplined. Disciplined is the right word. If you're not disciplined, you mess up the whole thing. Then you must be focused.
mm,
You must be focused. You must be passionate about what you're doing. Because this one is not that you, let me just be managing. No, this is your own personal business. Sometimes you work in firms that you're not passionate about, but you're trying to keep it to just be able to feed yourself and then handle maybe some sort of issues in the family. But this one is different. This
mm,
one is that you are starting a business that's you have a dream that one day this business will be in the stock exchange, be in so many things. You have dreams, you have big dreams for this your business. So now in sustaining it, there's nothing like rain is falling. There's nothing like the sun is too harsh. The weather is too harsh. It's not. It should be cancelled in your dictionary, and you will never use a word impossible. Never. Even if you think it's not possible for you, remember that it's possible for God. But we are putting it in general terms as per some of us. We don't believe in God, but how do we sustain it? But even if you do not believe in God, believe in yourself at least. So
mm.
do not use the word impossible. It's the
Impossible.
same thing. Even if I don't believe in God and I tell myself, oh, it's impossible for me to get that to that height,
Mm.
definitely
So,
it will be impossible.
so it's what
Yeah,
you speak, is what your words has got power and greater meanings to the success of your business.
exactly. Exactly, because like we are talking about principles. We've always said,
Yes,
like I'll use an example.
yes,
The principle of God is give, and it shall be
yes,
given unto you.
yes, yes,
That is the
yes,
principle.
yes.
Whether I believe in God or I don't believe in God, if I give, it shall be given unto me.
And to
What did God
me,
say about helping the poor?
yes,
You understand? When you help the poor, there's health for you.
yes,
There's rich, you get rich. There's so many things. That is the principle of God.
yes.
And once, whether I believe in God or not, if
Mhm.
I help the poor,
You're breaking up again.
what really?
Yeah.
Can you give me a second to just check something that good?
Okay, okay.
Is it better?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So I was talking about the principle being the
Hmm.
same.
Hmm.
Whether you believe in God or you do not believe in God,
Yes,
God will still be God.
yes.
Doesn't matter. He will still remain God. So
Regardless.
yeah, regardless of our
Mm.
sometimes even in our unbeliefs in
Oh,
certain things.
that's right.
He said his word cannot return to him void without
Right.
accomplishing that which he has sent it forth to do.
That's right.
So that's why our word is very strong. So I started by saying, do not ever use the word impossible. If you don't believe in God, believe in yourself. And just use what I'm saying. Remember, the principle is the same. Is everybody is not, I mean, I'm a lawyer. You are not a lawyer, right?
No.
Yes. But you know, if you get to court for any reason, we have a principle that the judge
That's
will
right.
follow. You not being a lawyer can win the case. I being a lawyer, I can lose the case if you decide to defend yourself. So what they use is a principle. So this is what you keep telling yourself about business. The principle of God will still remain.
That's right.
If I want to plant, maybe I want to plant a maize, a corn, I'll put it in the ground. It will start growing. There's some, if I put it, maybe, just throw it in my room, no water, no nothing, it will never germinate.
That's right.
It will never germinate. So, so now sustaining this your business is believing in what you're doing. Most times it's not easy. Most times you think, I say think because it's not real. Most times you think you are feeling. It is not real. Continue with it. I will not be easy all the way. There were times I got to the level that I was like, oh, this way, no, I can't. No. And you know why I'm talking to you today is because I learned through my experiences. Do you understand? What I'm telling you, it's not what I read in a book.
It's what you have experienced yourself.
Honestly, I was talking to a professor, and then yesterday, actually, I was also talking to a lecturer here in UK. She lectures in entrepreneurship or something. You know what? She called me and she was like, oh, I need you to help me. Talk to me about entrepreneur, how to do business, how to do. I said, I don't understand. You're a lecturer in UK. He said, no, forget it. We lecture. Most times,
it's practical.
Yeah, most times we read about these things and we come to class and we just deliver it as it is. We've never seen it practical. We've never seen it happen to us. Do you understand? So that's why I'm saying, to do a business, you must not be educated, honestly. So it's the practical parts that we're talking about. Now, when you start that business, be disciplined. If the business is your farming and it's raining and you need to go and do something, go out there, go and do what you're supposed to do. Check your timing. Sometimes I'm using farming, but it can be anything. I've also I've had the privilege of sitting and talking with some higher business people that are billionaires today. And I learned from them as well, because when they talked, they were telling me the things. And now, you know one thing that is very interesting. All the things I passed through, they told me they exactly passed through these stages. There's a billionaire in Nigeria. What he started with was selling cigarettes. He would buy cigarettes, like he didn't have the money then. He would buy cigarettes, like maybe buy like, let's say, how many packs to sell them. He said that what kept him was that he was so disciplined. When he sold out, he didn't like scatter the money. He put it back. Today, I don't want to mention his name, but he's a billionaire that's world. So what I'm trying to say is that it's being disciplined, being focused, and being passionate about what you're doing.
About what you're doing.
Let nothing stop you. Do not give up.
And let's talk about customer service a little bit. Do you believe in the customer is always right principle?
For sure. Yeah. Now, I'm talking about customer, like Initially, when I started, I was the business owner. I was the gate man. I was the sweeper. I was the receptionist. I was everything. You call the number, hello, this is Lovelyn Limited. I was everything. But now, I mean, as I started growing, that was when I could now build big offices. But what we always do is to train our staff, because you have to let them know that custom, do not argue with them. These are the ways. Because we don't have so much time. This sustainability is not something you talk in one interview. So I'm trying to bring out just the actual, just a little bit of the main things. There are so many other things I could have talked about, but that would take a whole lot of time. But that's okay. I'm just trying to bundle them up so that you just have an idea.
Yeah, just highlight them.
Now, when I started becoming big, I started opening companies everywhere, all over the world, different countries. Well, we all our if not almost all our staff, you must go through some sort of training. We have human resources, we have everything, and then you have to teach them something about, yes, customers are right, even when you think and they are wrong. You don't screen them down. You have to use wisdom to follow it up. Because, ask yourself, for example, in Western countries, UK, Canada, and Germany, America, you can buy something today. After a week or 2 weeks, I just don't like it. For what reason? It could have been something that is, you've counted and you jumped up. Oh, thank God I made so much money. And then after 2 weeks, the person is bringing back everything. So what we do is the one we think, oh yes, it's okay, we can take it back, replace it, do this. You just have to use wisdom, because like we all know, some people are just out there to run you down. But you just have to overlook it. And when you do what you're supposed to do the right thing. I'll tell you, put policies in place to stop those. Because there are things you can even buy here in UK. You cannot return them.
Yeah, there are some stuff.
There are some stuff you can buy here. There are policies. There are some of them, they will give you a return in 14 days.
28, 28 days, whatever.
Days. Those are their policies. But let people know your policies. In my company, because we have so many companies, we have different policies guiding the different companies. So it depends. But what I'm trying to say is that even when you know very well that they are wrong, be wise about it. Because the truth is that you think, oh, after all, if you go, one customer can pull you down.
That's right.
That's something you have to know. And don't always tell yourself, I have arrived. No. Unless you have a small dream. Coca-Cola today, they still remain our clients. They spend billions in adverts. If you know somebody in Coca-Cola, find out. This is just maybe in one country. I'll keep asking myself, everybody drinks Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola makes like how many millions every day in every country? Why are they still struggling to advertise? Why are they still struggling to beg people? Oh, please. Yeah, they do that.
To keep people going, to keep people interested.
Going. Yes, I'll tell you one short story. When I started my fast food, I didn't tell you. Well, if you know about Cripsies, I know of Cripsies. We do fast food. I have bakeries and stuff like that. But I'll just give a short story because of our time. Then we have Coca-Cola, and then we have this. It used to be, I think, Pepsi. I don't know if Coca-Cola has bought them over now, but then they were different. I went to Coca-Cola, met the manager. Oh, my fast food. I'm starting it up and it's going to be commissioned. I need your chairs. I need canopies. I need what you can do, as per advert to bring to my fast food, They were like, oh, yes, we'll do that. We'll do that. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, they didn't do that. I went to Pepsi. Pepsi is their competitor. I told Pepsi signed the approval. The next day, Pepsi canopies were everywhere in my around the compound, everywhere. They gave me thousands of crates of mineral. They gave me this. Then the day I opened up, all the TV, all the press, they were there. Everybody, it was a big occasion. Coca-Cola came. Everyone was Pepsi, and I made sure everybody drank Pepsi. I sold Pepsi. They had to sack the manager.
Wow.
Coca-Cola, they came back begging me. They came back, let me just give them a space. Yeah, I agree because I needed more things. So I gave them. So I had Pepsi, they brought their fridges, their glass fridges and everything. But what I'm trying to say is that they sacked the manager. Why? I'm not like, but you're a big company, why? But you see that small thing? Now, the manager could have thought, oh, they are just going to lose me. No, they are going to lose a big business.
That's
so
right.
The point I'm trying to bring in here, don't ever tell yourself it's just a customer. No. This customer can cost thousands to leave your business. This cost, with now that there's social media, you have to be very careful.
That's right.
When you place it on social media, she's this, she's that, they're bringing your business down.
That's right. That's right. If you have one advice for our viewers, our listeners today, what would that advice be? Because we're closing now. One advice that you have for those that are listening to you today.
If you've made up your mind to start a business, it's very interesting. You will love it till today. I love you. If you stop me from doing business, I don't know what I'll be.
You're so passionate about it.
I'm super because it's so beautiful. Everybody doing business, they will tell you it's so beautiful.
Yes.
And my advice is just be disciplined, be focused. You will make it. If you fall 7 times, get up again. It's also in the Bible. It's still a principle in the Bible. The righteous fall 7 times and gets up. Do not stay there.
That's right. Wow.
Do not stay there. Get up. You will make it.
That is absolutely wonderful. That is so great. Like I said, it's always good, always wonderful, refreshing to have you on our show. And I'm sure a lot of people will take this and run with it. And they can also contact you through our show. They can contact you directly for any advice, for any support that they may need. Exactly. I just want to say thank you so much, Barrister Lovelyn.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here on Matumoraya Radio. Thank you for being on our Women Hour. We want to bless you, and we say, Lord, continue to bless you in abundance with everything that you are doing. You're such a wonderful person. And we look forward to having you again, and with all your trips, all your plans and everything, just keep us, keep in touch with us, basically. What do you want to say? You wanted to say something?
I wanted to say, I'm always available to help anybody, because if I'm passionate about business, I would love to help you. Anybody, anytime you're ready to start the business, I'll give you every support in any form that you want it. I'll be happy to visit the company one day and be happy. Oh, wow. Is that the company? Yeah. So I'm always available to help, please.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Thank you so much yet again. And we're closing. Thank you for all that's joined our Women's Hour. We're going to have another topic, another discussion next week. Next week. Please do keep tuning into us and keep giving us all those encouragements and keep asking questions and keep being partner with Matumoraya Radio too. God bless you and keep you home. Amen.